All right, hello everybody. This is Vaxter99. Guys, Dark and Darker, as I mentioned in my previous video about a week ago, was removed from Steam back on March 26th or March 28th, something like that, the end of March, because of a cease and desist letter by Nexon. Now, Nexon is a Korean company, Iron Mace is a Korean company, and there's a whole bunch of court and lawyer videos and stuff like that talking about what they think, who's going to win the lawsuit, all that. I don't begin to understand what's going to happen with the lawsuit. I'm not an attorney. Couple things here, guys. As I've been watching the Discord, a lot of these guys are really fanatical about this game. One thing that really surprised me about this game is how much people and so many people desire and love this game. That is for sure. So I've been following Ashes of Creation, a new upcoming MMO, for over 3 years. And I know it's been in development for like 8, 9 years, something like that. A beautiful upcoming new MMO. And that game, the Discord, only has about 88,000 members. And the fact that I searched up the Dark and Darker Discord, it has nearly 400,000 members, more than 4 times as many as the upcoming amazing MMO, Ashes of Creation. Like this, the size of the Discord is just shocking to me. And members of the Discord community here have told me that it was well over 500,000 back, in their playtest before it got removed from Steam. Easy to believe, for sure. So there are a lot of people here, guys, that really want it. I know, like the first day I joined the Discord or whatever, a week or so ago, I asked these people in the general chat if, Dark and Darker was to launch and get past this lawsuit and all that, if they was to ask $70, $69.99 US dollars for the game to help them pay for some of their attorney fees and stuff like that as they're going through this litigation, if they would pay it. And I didn't know how many people would actually say they would pay $70. But when I asked that, guys, I recorded a screenshot. Here's me asking, imagine Dark and Darker wins in a couple of months, but the attorney fees cost is great. They ask for their fans to help them out with a $70 US dollar launch price on Steam. Would you pay it? And look at all these people. The majority, and it continued to scroll on. I just took a screenshot of the first few answers, but there were several other people that said, hell yeah. So it almost seemed like about 95% of the people in the Discord would immediately throw the money at the developers. And I mean, that was a little bit surprising to me. I know that fans are pretty much willing to pay for a game they want. In some games, since some games cost over $100, like Call of Duty, when you buy the special edition or Madden or whatever, but $70 really isn't that much, but it is quite a bit for an indie game. But yeah, the fans here definitely seemed like they would have no problem paying that. So another thing about the developers for Dark and Darker is they are definitely continuing to work on the product. They're showing weekly videos. As I mentioned in my last video a week ago, they are putting up a weekly video showing all the new stuff and all the new content that they're developing, and that's really exciting. But a couple of things here, guys, that has come to light recently. There's a European rating system, PEGI 16, for the game, which we know was approved or submitted or whatever on the 28th of July. So that's not huge news in itself, but combined with everything else that we're seeing now, it's starting to look a little more promising for all the people, including myself, who really want to play this Dark and Darker game. Guys, I could be dead wrong, but I've been thinking about this over the last half a day or so, and I'm putting some things together, and I hope that this doesn't make people just go fanatical or anybody go fanatical and be disappointed if I'm wrong. But I think that we're going to see Dark and Darker launch on its own with its own launcher off of Steam in the very near future. I would say by the end of September, I predict that this game will launch. And there's a couple of reasons for that, guys. The reason I say this is because something is new on the Iron Mace website. And if we go to the Iron Mace website here, guys, we see that at the very bottom of the website, which is definitely promoting Dark and Darker, we come down here and we see that they have a press kit. Now I know I downloaded the press kit before when I was live streaming my playtest footage back on Twitch several months ago. I wish I would have kept some of those videos as well because they went away and I don't have those to replay. And knowing how much people love this game, knowing that now that the game was removed from Steam, having all that video footage of me playing the game would definitely be something a lot of people would watch. But anyway, guys, I know I downloaded this press kit before, and there's something new. So when we download this, guys, we see here that there is an Iron Mace folder that has some images of Iron Mace that you can use. And then we also have a Dark and Darker folder. Yeah, we have some Dark and Darker images and stuff like that. So if you want to put this, up on your thumbnail for your videos or whatever, this is exactly what this is. So one thing we have though, guys, is a brand new folder called Blacksmith. This is definitely new, and we see the date on this is August 1st, 2023, as far as the date that it was last saved or whatever. And now we have a brand new logo for Blacksmith. So this is what it looks like, guys. We've never seen this image before. And I know that over on Reddit, as I was looking at Reddit, some people are saying, hey, could this be a launcher? Some people are saying, could this be some new game that they're coming out with, maybe to make a few bucks while they're going through the litigation for Dark and Darker? Guys, I think what Blacksmith is probably going to be is either a launcher for the game, or even more likely than that, let's think about this for a minute, guys. If you're playing an RPG game and you go to a blacksmith in the town, typically the reason you would go to a blacksmith is because you want the blacksmith to either sell you a sword or sell you armor or repair your armor and get it ready for your next dungeon run. So think about that. A blacksmith is typically something in one of these games that's going to prepare you for the battles in a dungeon. And that's exactly why this name for a launcher makes perfect sense. But even more so, what if Blacksmith is going to be perhaps a launcher and also something where you can host your own server or find another server to play the game? So perhaps like a combination launcher and server hoster, and maybe something to play your own game if you just want to play yourself or whatever. There might be those kind of options in a Blacksmith type app. The name makes perfect sense for preparing you for battle in a dungeon. So I think this is a perfect name for either a launcher or a server hoster, something like that. And if Blacksmith was something to allow you to host your own server, that would make perfect sense for perhaps more playtests, because I know they did like the playtest in April after they were kicked off Steam, and they had to spend a lot of money on the servers for all the people that wanted to play that playtest. And that's expensive, especially when you're going through an expensive litigation in court and all that already. So I kind of think that this game's going to launch here soon. I think Iron Mace, or the developers, are going to launch a video and give us a release date here in the very near future. That's kind of my prediction. I hope I'm right. I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not, setting anybody up to get their heart completely broken. Please don't hate me if I'm wrong, because I've been wrong many, many times before. All right, guys. So what I'm kind of thinking here is it would not be out of the realm of possibilities for Iron Mace to go ahead and sell this game really soon during the court cases in both the USA and Korea, confident that they, are completely innocent and they're not guilty as being accused by Nexon through all these court battles and the litigation. If they know that they didn't steal any, assets or code or any kind of proprietary theft with the Dark and Darker game from the P3 project that they worked on with Nexon, if they really believe they're innocent, I mean, why not go ahead and launch the game? Because you're pretty confident that you're going to win this court battle, and why not go ahead and get the game up and start making money, regardless of the court battle, because you know that you're innocent. So if they are innocent, as so many fans believe they are, and as they seem to say they are, then why not go ahead and launch the game? And it wouldn't be the first time this has happened, guys. In fact, I know that Myth of Empires went ahead and launched the game themselves as well when they had a similar lawsuit. They were being sued for theft of code, much the same as Iron Mace is being sued for proprietary theft. And they went ahead and launched the game off Steam after they got kicked off Steam, and because they believed that they were completely innocent. So there you go, guys. It is certainly possible that Iron Mace could launch the game on them, themselves, especially if they do believe they're innocent. And to that, I think, why not? If you believe you're innocent, why not go ahead and launch the game, make some money, and get the game going while you're going through this litigation. So, yeah, guys, I think Blacksmith is either going to be a launcher or a way to host your own server, or maybe both. And it makes perfect sense. The name makes perfect sense. And that's kind of my prediction. My prediction is we're going to get early access and Iron Mace, selling the game sometime very soon. If I had to take a guess, I'm going to guess mid-September. So take it for what it's worth, guys. It's just my prediction. I definitely could be wrong, so don't, take me as somebody, telling you the cold hard facts, because I don't know what the facts are. This is just a wild guess by a game fan. So be sure to put it down in the comments below, guys. If you guys are hopeful, or you guys are seeing more hope with my video, or you guys don't believe what I'm saying at all, whatever it is, be sure and comment that down below, guys. This has been Zaxter99. We'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Peace.